Hey everybody, today on Things You Should Know Just by Being Alive, we're talking about the quiet but powerful force behind the founding of the United States. We're talking about James Madison, the fourth president, and he's widely known as the father of the Constitution. So I want to start in 1787, as he was the architect of the Constitution. Madison shows up at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia after having been in Annapolis, and he has a plan, and that plan is known as the Virginia Plan, which became the framework for our entire system of government. Madison believed in checks and balances, separation of powers, and a stronger central government, especially one that was stronger than what existed under the Articles of Confederation. But he didn't just help draft the Constitution. He literally took notes during the entire convention. Without Madison, we'd know very little about what actually happened during the convention itself. Now here's where it gets interesting. Madison originally opposed a Bill of Rights. He thought the Constitution covered individual freedoms well enough. But others didn't agree with him. And instead of digging in, Madison listened to the Anti-Federalists. As a member of the First Congress, he personally drafted the amendments that would go on to become the first 10 amendments to the Bill of Rights. And he wanted to guarantee things like freedom of speech, religion, the press, due process, and more. So imagine that. The guy that helped build the structure of the government also gave the government its conscience. He also co-wrote the Federalist Papers with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, the persuasive essays that were necessary to explain the new Constitution to the public and are still studied in great depth today. Madison served 2 terms as president from 1809 to 1817, and his presidency was dominated by the War of 1812. It was a tough and controversial war with Britain over trade and sailors' rights and territory. I'll often refer to it as the Second American Revolution. But during that war, the British actually burned down the White House. His wife, Dolly Madison, saved the Washington portrait. Madison became the only sitting president to face enemy fire in battle. After the war, America began to embrace more manufacturing and nationalism. A bit ironic, since Madison had been a very pro-agricultural president, and, even just as a person, and very skeptical of a strong federal government, very Jeffersonian in that regard. James Madison was not flashy. He wasn't a great speaker. He stood about 5'4", weighed maybe 100 pounds, was often sick, but he was brilliant. He was thoughtful, he was compromising when necessary, and firm when he needed to be. He shaped the bones and the soul of the American government, and he did it with reason and writing and relentless dedication to the idea of self-government. So yeah, maybe we should know more about James Madison. Thanks for watching.